Take us through the numbers.
Both guys low, 104 kilos, nearly both. Great training from Fabjan out of the Trojan Free Fighters Massacre Gym, of course, Kita's own gym coming into this one. A little bit of height and reach for Kita, significant edge in MMA experience for Kita. Will he use those MMA skills?
Scheduled for 3 5-minute FNC MMA rounds. This is a heavyweight bout. Miran Fabjan, fighting red, takes on Michal Kita, fighting blue. Fabjan from Slovenia, and something of a bit of a hero here. And Michal Kita from Poland, an absolute legend there. I don't know if this can go the distance. I don't know whether mathematically, scientifically, it's an impossibility. But blink and you'll miss it. Fabjan showing a lot of respect here, because Kita definitely great kickboxing and skill set. Oh, and those judo skills. And look at that, straight for the takedown. And he's already got Fabjan down on the ground. He won't keep him there, but look, he's going for an early finish. Has he got the skills? Miran Fabjan turns his man, tries to put a guillotine on, but up against the wire now, he's having to defend.
That was the obvious strategy for me, Will, was use your grappling, use the black belts that you have in judo and BJJ. And Kita is underrated here. We don't often see it from him, Will.
No, he's taken up the slack, not standing there and trading, which I think would be a big mistake against Fabjan. He's got to really put Fabjan on the back foot and really send that message that my skills are what's at play here, not just a slugfest, talk and aggression. And, you know, it could be argued that that's a huge part of Miran Fabjan's skill set. Well, tonight, I have to say, Fabjan looks a little off point, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's a little bit slow. It could have been even in that takedown exchange where something twisted or something kind of went. That was a really heavy takedown attempt there from Kita. A lot of pressure.
So, Fabjan, you can't ride him off, and flies in behind that left hook. He's got the power in the hands, likes to finish decisively. Gets caught there, but defends against Kita. Kita desperate to take it to the mat, and that's what Fabjan needs. He needs to know he can have success in defending those takes.
Great job there, working for the double unders from Fabjan. He waited, he kind of came in, flinched, and then waited for Kita to try to shoot.
They've both got heavy hands. Any mistake, any exposure will be taken advantage of. Long reach on the right hand, off target with the right as well from Slow Rocky. And he looks just a little bit off point tonight, Miran Fabjan, but I think he's just trying to relax and take it all in before he opens up. It's the first round. Good low kick there from Michal Kita, and he's not using the low kicks at all here, is he?
Yeah, he kind of seems to be boxing a little bit and then dipping his head, and Fabjan was allowing him the opportunity to grab those takedowns. But Fabjan, like you said, is not as quick as we've seen previously in some of these fights.
Yeah, he goes forward and he's like a raptor, isn't he? Just kills the space between you and comes in and lands heavy shots. But he's taken some shots from Kita, and he's not been too disgruntled. They're both being very, very respectful. Kita's missed a couple of times with that long reach, but he's on the inside now, and Fabjan defends, and on his toes, and off he goes.
Outstanding. I have to say, he's passed the test. The first scare was the most scary.
So halfway through this round, and they're big shots that they're trying to land. Head hunting. Up goes the kicks from Kita, way off target. Fabjan, incredible. Throws in an uppercut there and lands it. And the power in those shots is just incomprehensible. And Kita desperate to take something in the takedown, but he finds himself on the ground. That's it, it's all over. Miran Fabjan has done it again. It's a KO. Bye-bye, Pepsi Cola. Hello, Holy Wine. How does he do it? It looks like a stroll in the park. Miran Fabjan connects, and Michal Kita, all that experience, all those years, just gone in an instant.
He slept him, Will. Another classic performance here from Miran Fabjan in the main event at FNC22. What a run from this guy, but it wasn't smooth. It looked difficult to start with, but once he found the timing, once he got comfortable in the pocket, boy, did he close the show.
Fire in the hole. This man does not play with his food. Look at that right hand. That was a connection. We saw that earlier on. Kita didn't really recover. But look, Fabjan looking again to land a big shot, and that was it. That was a hole in one. Oh, that was just stardust. Kita then had to succumb, and then in the ground and pound he was out. That was a power shot.
Yeah, and again, you know, Kita looked good. He started this fight very good. He was causing Fabjan some problems. He looked relatively quick, but he didn't protect his chin. That's one of the downfalls that we've seen in some of his fights previously, compounded with the fact that Fabjan, once he kind of gets you comfortable, he gets you into a firefight, he catches some timing, makes you miss, and then makes you pay.
Miran Fabjan in the house. He's back from that loss against Darko Stošić, and he's earned the hard way his place at the top roster of the heavyweight division at FNC. He is still and always will be a force to be reckoned with here at FNC. What a performance.
I feel like he might have been hurt off that first takedown attempt. I mean, he was pressed up against the cage or maybe hurt coming into the fight, but hey, the win's the win. Here we go. One of the great escapes. The old sprinter's escape, dragging his leg free, and then beautiful, straight in off the counter. A couple of hammer fists, and Kita is out cold.
Wow. Well, I thought this was a light the blue touch paper and stand well back, but no one could have envisaged this. He's just an absolute machine, and he's taken time off now to go and do some interviews and a bit of commentary. He really is a wild character. You got to love him. You know, I think Ljubljana does, and we do. That's a big wake-up call now for his opponent, and Michal Kita, as I said, pondering whether he's seen the best of his time in the cage. Yeah, interesting. I'm glad to see he's not hurt by that, but he was out, Chris, out cold. So when they can eventually get Miran Fabjan to come into the ring, I'm sure he's going to talk us through what went on there. Great performance. If they can just tear him away, we'll have a few words. Just time for me to remind you that Saturday, 24th of the 5th, 2025, Belgrade, Serbia, is FNC23. Darko Stošić takes on Hatif Moel. So that's your fight diary to be remembered. So Fabjan has just entered the ring, much to the well, pleasure of the crowd.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the end comes after 3 minutes and 40 seconds completed of round number 1. Your winner by way of knockout, Miran Fabjan.
We knew the result, and just another reminder, while you've got your pens out for your fight diary, FNC Knockout 1 is on May the 3rd. So, FNC 23 Belgrade, May 24th, FNC Knockout 1, May the 3rd. Let's have a word with the winner here. Crazy night, crazy fight. Miran Fabjan, Slow Rocky.
Čestitam od srca, evo neću te ništa pitat, pošto ćeš i onak sam svoje reći, evo izvoli.
Meni je danas srce posebno puno. U 9 sam bio na utakmici mog sina koji je pobjedio turnir. Ima ovdje pokal, oprostite, ima tukaj pokal za najboljšega igralca turnirja. Bravo, Dominik! Bravo! Ob 11. sem bil na košarkarski tekmi, je moj sin Miran Fabjan razturil. Moj sin Dima je najbolj pripravljen fant, kar jih jaz poznam. Jaz sem zdaj teh treh fantov srečen. Zmaje, porazi, ljudje moji, nebitno, ni važno. Važno je ta življenjska sreča, življenjska energija in kada posložiš svoj live, kada imaš v glavi pospravljeno, se dogajajo čudeži. Če mislite, da je tu moj vrhunc, mislite, da je tu moj vrhunc Ilić, mislite, da je tu moj vrhunc Škela, moj vrhunc pride. In ko bo prišel, bo ta dvorana razprodana in bomo skupaj slavili. Slovenija, hvala! FNC, hvala! Trojan Čim, Zen Galešić, ekipa žena, hvala! In moram se zahvaliti še enemu klubu, dokrat prvič, ampak ne zadnjič, CDS, Novi Sad, Nemanja Milošević. Hvala, tu ustajanje je bilo tvoje delo. Hvala.
Slow Rocky, još kratko, nisam siguran da li je Delija tebe prozvao, mislio da si ti iz Maribora, ali mislim da si ti bio na meti.
Ej, Forgi, odjebi Ilića, ne dođe mi do peta, ni bez veze, odjebi Ilića. Delija! Ajmo da te vidi ovdje u kavezu odmah! Dođi odmah u kavez! Ante! Ajmo!
Čekaj još malo, još nisi gotov. Za 2024. godinu borba godine, ti Stole, evo plaketa, evo ga, mini Forgi, David će ju uručiti, čestitam.
Stole, evo ti plaketa.
Svaka čast. Hvala svima na dolasku i imate pravog šampiona Slow Rockija. Hvala svima.
Dame i gospodo, mislim da je to. Bili ste divna publika, bila je fenomenalna večer, pogotovo zadnjih nekoliko dvoboja i naravno vidimo se i sljedeće godine. Hvala vam, Ljubljano.